Living in New York and San Antonio offers distinct experiences and lifestyle differences due to such factors as culture, cost of living, weather, and the overall atmosphere. In this video, we're going to be talking about the main differences between these two cities and what you may want to know.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one. Let's check it out. How's it going, everyone? My name's Alyssa.
And my name's Frank.
And we are the River City Property Team here located in San Antonio, Texas. Now, before we get started, feel free to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell because we'll be putting out new videos each week about living in our beautiful city.
Right, and we're licensed real estate agents here in the state of Texas and a husband and wife team. So if you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, whether that be for work or just looking for a change of scenery, we would love to assist you with all of your real estate needs. So feel free to reach out to us with the information on the screen with a phone call, text, or email, and we would love to help. So getting right into it, when you think of New York, you think of the city lights, the opportunity, and the overall feel. I mean, it's New York. It's like one of the most well-known cities in the United States. But New York is currently declining at a rate of almost 3.5% annually, according to a recent article by worldpopulationreview.com. And its recent population has decreased by 10% since the most recent census, which recorded a population of about 8.7 million residents in 2020. And as of this year in 2023, New York's population is currently showing about 7.8 million residents within its 5 boroughs.
Now, San Antonio, on the other hand, has a population of almost 1.5 million residents, which makes it significantly less crowded and more spread out, which may contribute to why some are relocating here to the River City.
In addition to population, another factor that may contribute to why some are relocating to San Antonio is going to be the cost of living. Now, New York is known for having a high cost of living. Housing prices, rent, and overall general expenses are considerably higher than in San Antonio.
Now, according to Realtor.com, the median home sold price was $705,000 back in July of 2023. In contrast, according to San Antonio Board of Realtors market stats, San Antonio's median home price was reported to be $323,000 as of July of 2023. And San Antonio does have a relatively lower cost of living and more affordable housing options with just lower overall expenses in general.
According to a recent article by Axios San Antonio back in May of this year, the article suggests that single San Antonians without children would need about $59,000 in post-tax annual income to live comfortably in the region, per a recent analysis. Now, one thing I want you to consider is to be sure to use some discretion on how much money one would put aside to account for fun and leisure.
According to a report by Business Insider, the minimum salary required to live comfortably in New York City is going to be around $95,000 per year. That's going to include a comfortable one-bedroom apartment, food, transportation, other basic expenses, and some discretionary spending. So as you can see, there is a noticeably large difference in the salary that you would need to live comfortably in either city.
Right, and as we've heard from several of our clients that are relocating here to San Antonio, I mean, the reason why they're moving is that their dollar stretches. You get more bang for your buck here on a daily in San Antonio than you would as if you were in New York, maybe even California and other states like that.
One of the significant differences between these two cities is going to be the climate. Now, New York experiences 4 distinct seasons. They're going to have hot summers, cold winters, and mild spring and fall seasons. San Antonio, on the other hand, we experience hot and humid summers and mild winters.
And in regards to our hot summers, an article by our local news station, KSAT 12, just noted that back in July of this year of 2023, was the second hottest July on record. Now that's 1 year after the hottest July on record back in 2022 with an average temperature of about 89.8 degrees. So one thing to also note is that we generally have a longer warm season with limited winters that are short and cool. Now let's talk about the next topic on the list, which is going to be the job market.
Yes, New York City is a global hub for careers in finance, media, fashion, and technology, and it really does attract professionals from around the world, but I feel like it can also be seen as highly competitive.
Now, I feel like San Antonio's economy is a little bit more stable and more diverse.
Yeah, San Antonio offers some significant career fields, including healthcare, military, technology, and even in tourism. This city provides ample job opportunities and a growing entrepreneurial ecosystem. Now, what I mean by that is that San Antonio is a great place to start up a small business, or if you already have a small business, some people even move here to grow and expand their businesses. Now, as we mentioned in a previous video that we'll actually tag here on the screen, San Antonio does not have any state income tax, so it's a great spot for people to start up a small business, or like I said, grow and expand your business.
Now the next topic is going to be transportation. Now, New York has a more effective and efficient transportation system, which includes their buses, subways, and taxis. Now, many residents do rely on public transportation and walkability due to the limited parking and heavy traffic.
Yeah, and several years back, Frank and I actually went to New York. We took a great vacation to New York City, and it was a ton of fun. And one of the things that we really enjoyed was actually being able to walk everywhere. I think we took a taxi just twice, which was to and from the airport. But other than that, we left our hotel every day, walked everywhere we were going to go, and then walked back to our hotel every evening. And that's something that we don't experience here in San Antonio. So it's definitely something that we took advantage of there, and we thought was refreshing and very fun.
Now, San Antonio is a more car-centric city, if you will, and has a more or less developed public transportation system. Now, here in San Antonio, we rely on our personal vehicles and horses that we ride on. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to make sure you're paying attention. I think I even got Alyssa. But anyway, moving on. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a public transportation system, which is called the Via Metropolitan Transit, which everyone refers to it as the Via Bus here. But they are limited as to how far they can travel. Now, typically, if you're living outside our outermost highway, which is 1604, then you want to make sure you have access to or own a vehicle that can get you around San Antonio. Now, with the heat, you definitely want to plan ahead and know where and how you're getting to your destination, because you definitely don't want to find yourself sitting out in the sun trying to figure all that out.
Now we want to talk about the lifestyle and pace of each city. Now, New York City has a fast-paced lifestyle with what seems like 24/7 energy. Now, the city has a ton of different options when it comes to entertainment, iconic landmarks, and they definitely have a vibrant nightlife scene. Now, when Frank and I were there a few years ago for vacation, like I mentioned earlier, I think it was about 9 or 9:30 every night. We would call it a night. We were just so tired from doing all the walking around all day that we did.
Right, because we weren't in our cars.
Yes, that, once we were in the hotel, we were like, you know what? It's vacation. We need to go ahead and venture out. So we would venture out at night into Times Square, right? Times Square, and I think it was even like 11 o'clock, going on midnight, and it seemed like it was just daylight over there. There were just so many people around. And
it seemed like they were just getting their day started, which was super random for us.
Yeah, you would never think that it was like midnight or even 1 in the morning. It was a ton of people everywhere. Now, that's definitely not what you're going to get here in San Antonio on the regular, right? When you go out and venture here at midnight or 1 a.m., you're not going to see a whole bunch of people walking around everywhere.
Right, and that's one thing that one of our clients told us recently is that, man, it seemed like everything was closing down around 10 or 11, maybe even 12. And for us, that's just the normal, right? That's just right on time for everybody to go to bed and wake up the next morning and start everything early. But don't get me wrong, we do want to note that San Antonio does have their nightlife, but everything does in fact start to close around 10 or 11 p.m. Now, that's in regards to grocery stores and the main restaurants we have here.
Yeah, San Antonio has more of a relaxed and laid-back vibe with a focus on family-friendly activities, outdoor spaces, and a slower pace of life.
And depending on the information that you found from this video, if you're looking to relocate to San Antonio, we want to remind you guys that we are licensed real estate agents here in the state of Texas and a husband and wife team. So if you're relocating to San Antonio, feel free to reach out to us with the information on the screen with a phone call, text, or email, and we would love to help. We hope you enjoyed this information on this video. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next video.